The Boeing Company is well known as a global manufacturer of commercial jetliners and military and space, aircraft, and defense systems. Data collected from their aftermarket support applications, such as training, logistics, communications, and information processing systems, require innovative applications in order to be used by Boeing and their customers for descriptive, prescriptive, and predictive analytics. In addition, these data must remain secure and protected for both public safety and to help Boeing maintain a competitive advantage. In this report, we describe Boeing's approach to big data, an approach that requires remaining on the cutting edge of data analytics and integrating security into their data processing applications.
Hello everyone. In today's presentation, I will be covering Boeing. I will also be discussing their business analytics and how it impacts their overall success and what changes that they made utilizing the data to help improve their company. Boeing is the world's largest aerospace company and leading manufacturer of commercial jetliners and security system, defense systems, and also service provider for aftermath. The company was founded by William E. Boeing in 1916. The company was organized into three different business units: commercial planes, defense space, and security. This Boeing company is located in Chicago. Boeing employs more than 140,000 people across the United States and in 65 countries. This represents one of the most diverse, talented, innovative workplace anywhere. Boeing also has about 300 suppliers worldwide. Some of their key suppliers include Sprint Aerospace Systems, Caspart Incorporated, Trump Group. Boeing operates in more than 65 countries.
So a company as large as Boeing is going to need to collect data through a lot of different mediums. There's tons of different departments that serve a unique function. They all have unique needs for data, and therefore it should be collected differently. Things like sales and customer information, customer retention metrics, that's all going to be monitored and stored in their ERP. I'll talk about that a little bit more in the next section. One of the unique ways Boeing collects data is from their planes. Every plane is equipped with thousands of sensors, and these sensors will, on an average flight, collect over 500 gigabytes of data. So that's tons of data. You can see on the presentation here, it's just an example of some of the sensors they have. But all of that information is gathered and stored, sent back to the company so that they can analyze it and improve performance. So Boeing didn't publicly list any of their internal systems anywhere. I feel like that would be a disadvantage if you did. But one thing I learned from this class, a great thing I took away, was if you want to figure out or get a general idea of what systems a company uses, you can just look at their job postings. So I found a job listing for business intelligence analyst. And here you can see that they want experience with R and Python, so they are using programming languages. And they also want experience with ERP platforms, which is enterprise resource planning. So what that's going to do, at least from the data side, is it's primarily going to be concerned with your CRM, your customer relationship manager, and your sales information. So that's where all that data is going to be collected about customers and about sales. Then they asked for 2 years of experience with a relational database management system, including Oracle, Teradata, and SQL Server. So this is going to be their database system. So the fact that they're asking for Oracle and SQL shows that they're going to be using Oracle databases. I know SQL can be used to input information as well as query and extract information from those databases. They're also asking for visualization, machine learning, statistical modeling, all that good stuff. as well as a little bit of software development experience. Agile, DevOps, and Waterfall are all software development methods. So we've already established Boeing has tons of data coming in. So in order to manage all of that and figure out, what to do with it and where it should be distributed, in 2017 they founded their data division, which is known as Analytics. So those guys are not only in charge of, collecting and organizing all the data, they're making sure that those actionable insights get delivered to the right departments and the right customers at the right times. This chart here was actually taken from Boeing's website, and it kind of shows how they're using analytics and the steps in that process. So at the top, when you've got prescriptive analytics, you're trying to figure out what should be done. From there, they decide whether it's a decision that can be automated, in which case the people's phase gets stepped over straight to action, or if support needs to be provided to make that decision. Predictive and descriptive analytics both require decisions to be made. Ultimately, the goal of all of these analytics is to drive profit, save time, raise the stock price. So the main competitive advantage that Boeing possesses is simply the size and scale of their operation. As I mentioned earlier, they're collecting, 0.5 terabyte of data from every single flight. They operate more aircrafts than anyone else. So they have more information. They have this sophisticated data department to handle that information. And with that, they can build better, more accurate predictive models to get to consumers and provide their consumers with a service that a smaller competitor simply wouldn't be able to match.
Boeing both uses and offers to customers digital applications that collect, analyze, and retain data. So they need to be concerned with both ethical and legal issues related to data collection, use, and protection. Their ethical business conduct guidelines are readily available on the website and to their employees, providing policies for safeguarding information, how to report problems or concerns, maintaining accuracy of records, and engaging with suppliers and third parties. The company stresses the importance of ethics in their annual report, noting that they require their employees to commit to these guidelines in writing every year. The data collected are from consumers, employee airplanes, and various defense systems and equipment that are on offer. The consumer data collected includes identifiable personal information and preferences. Their digital systems also collect data on employee training and flight operations, such as fuel efficiency and safest routes. There is also, of course, an issue with security when they're dealing with public safety and flight operations, and then, of course, the various defense systems. They have an information protection manual that outlines the requirements and responsibilities of employees, including policies for what to do, say, if they receive controlled information in error, or how to mark information as proprietary when it's created and how to safeguard that. The encryption that is required when transmitting information, especially when it needs to meet Defense Department requirements, and ensuring that contractual agreements have confidentiality and non-disclosure provisions. Boeing provides a different privacy and use statement for each type of data processing activity and each type of data that they're collecting. It shows who's responsible for the data collection and processing, what it's used for, and the legal basis for processing the information, where it'll be processed, how long it's retained, and specific privacy rights. So, example, for consumer privacy, Boeing notes that if you sign in to one of its applications using a social media account, they will collect information that is included in your social media profile and use and retain that information. And since Boeing operates in many countries, the laws on data privacy and consumer rights may vary. So, for example, in Europe, they need to follow the European Union General Data Protection Regulation. Specific privacy and protection policies can be found for their other data processing activities, such as flight operations. The goal for these type of data collections are for predictive analysis. For example, maintenance and flight data are collected and analyzed to maximize operational efficiency by ensuring maintenance occurs at the right time and the correct supplies are available when they're needed. Much of this information could provide a strategic advantage, so Boeing offers interactive solutions that allow analysis while also providing protection against security risks. An example is the Boeing Clarity Threat Detection Solution. This system assesses risks from emerging threats, so it's got some predictive analysis. So these types of tools are both used by Boeing and offered to customers for predictive analysis and other analytic purposes, while providing security of their big data assets. In addition to the policies and procedures to protect data collection, processing, and retention for consumers and flight operations, Boeing is concerned with higher level protection of flight information, as well as many products that are offered to defense departments and space agencies. So with digital, or what they call E-enabled planes and other equipment, data are transmitted from this equipment, but this increases the interaction with the outside, and so there are more opportunities for security breaches. So Boeing took a holistic approach, and they seek to develop an airline information security network that was closed and protected. So this kind of system would protect Boeing, other airlines, and the public. This is an effective strategy that Boeing uses, combining the analytics and security in one application. For example, the Security Monitoring Infrastructure System. The system uses a behavioral and algorithmic network of security and traffic anomaly detectors, but it also provides intrusion detective, security event management, and network traffic analysis. So as these examples demonstrate, Boeing is a company that is not only collecting and using big data for analytics, but they're integrating security and protection of these data into the same applications.
Boeing Technology System can provide access to more than 200 test facilities within range of the capabilities and locations. The company utilized an analytics system which is called AHM. This is used to predict the maintenance, analytics, and improve on time performance, reducing maintenance costs and avoiding flight delay and cancellations. With the access up to real-time fault information from the airplane, combined with predicting tools tailored to the fleet, this system offers a better insight and increases the unit efficiencies and the business profitability.
For the Boeing company to remain dominant in the aerospace industry, they will need to maintain the lead in their use of data analytics through constant innovation. Their advantage can be secured by continuing to focus on new integrative data analytics systems that include the most advanced security and protection. Boeing's data-driven culture provides the foundation for continuing success.